Blessed is the earth, our mother and our home. Blessed is she whose spirits dance in the forests and the gardens and in all living places. Blessed is she who brings forth all things living and non-living, our sustenance, our comfort, our shelter, to whom we return when our living ceases, with whom we are one always, in the perpetual cycle of giving and taking back. Blessed are we, for we are her, with all creatures and all plants, with all of life.
I'm Gordon McClellan and I work as an artist and a storyteller called Creeping Toad. And within the Botany Bay project, I've been the project storyteller. Within the project, we started with traditional stories. I was telling stories that came with the maize and the chilies and the tomatoes, the stories told by the people who first grew those plants. But we've been creating their stories, getting them to tell us their stories of their relationship with the plants they're growing.
I'm Lilia Hadji Andreo and I'm from Chiswick Secondary School. In the gardening club, we got given these books that we'd fill out about different things that we'd do. So we had people come in, we had a puppeteer show us a story about the Amazon rainforest and the trees that got cut down, which was very sad, but it was very informative. And then throughout the summer holidays, we came in and we started to build the actual garden by planting plants, and we built like fences and benches and a shelter, and we had the art piece that came in. It's opened my eyes to the problem of things such as global warming and trees being cut down and all of this. But I think that a project like this is really something that will help it, and it's very positive that it's happening now, and I'm very happy to be a part of that.
In planning ceremonies to mark the end of the project, we have been looking at traditional celebrations, but letting them evolve, letting children take ownership of the process. And so things have changed. There are still elements of the traditional forms there. We still have a sense of arrivals and processions. We still have the really important pieces of those jigsaw puzzles that create a ceremony. We have moments of gratitude and reciprocity, taking time to thank the gardens that have given us the food that we're going to eat, and that we're sharing food grown in our gardens. So all those traditional elements are still there, but now they're seen through the lens of a group of children who've grown the plants.
My name is Adil. I'm from Medlock Primary School. So you have the corn leaf, right? And you have this, first you mix the dough, and once you've done that and you finish and you washed your hands, obviously, you put the dough on, you spread it onto the tamales, and then you have the sauce with sweet corn in it. You spread it on, and then you fold it, and then you fold it again, and then you've made the tamale.
I live in the state of Acre, Brazil. I am a teacher from my village, teach very young people. So I'm the young generation healer. So in my tribe, we have two different clans, the Jaguar clan and the Eagle clan, okay? So the painting that we had today, the close one, the eyes from the pelicans, we are becoming good singer. And how we are symbolize this design. We paint face on the special occasion like this, celebrating.
So eucalyptus is it's also known as like a gum tree. Basically, it's from Australia, and they often use it for like healing purposes and medicines and things like that. And this one Aboriginal woman, she cut some of it off and made a piece of art out of it.
The labyrinth is embedded in the ground. It's of the ground, and it inhabits this space so beautifully. And I love that it's in an orchard with these trees surrounding us, and apple trees, apple, pear, and plum, and it's just really beautiful. My ancestors are originally from the southeastern part of America, so I've brought the design of this labyrinth with me to Manchester. This design comes from a pot that was found at the confluence of the Tallapoosa and Coosa rivers, which is where my ancestors come from, where we lived until the 1830s before we were removed to Indian territory. You come in from one entrance, and when you get to the middle, a little pivot happens and you continue going and you come out a separate entrance. So it flows through rather than going in and coming back out. If you center yourself and ground yourself and walk into it with intention, it does become ceremony. And it's a metaphor of not only going physically to the center of the labyrinth, but going to the center of yourself. Another tie-in with the Muskogee people is when we do our stomp dances, we go in a counterclockwise circular motion around the sacred fire, which is in the middle. And we believe that we carry that fire in our heart. No matter which direction you enter this labyrinth, your heart is facing the center. And then when you make that pivot and you're exiting the labyrinth, your heart is leading you out into the world. And I couldn't have planned that.
When I walked through the labyrinth, it made me have a calm feeling and my emotions just synced away. So my mind was clear, it was calm, and I just felt like I'm part of the garden. I was part of Mother Nature. I was part of the garden myself, because how I've helped with the garden, digging out weeds, and it's just cleared my mind, and it's when I walked around it, it made my mind clear, and it made me feel like I was part of the essence of this garden.
grace the earth.
One body, one glory.
So the seed will be one more tree to grace the earth.
One glory, one glory.
One seed,
One seed, one tree, one woman unbound, unbound. 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 So the seed will be one more tree to grace the earth. One glory, one glory. So the seed will be one more tree to grace the earth. One glory, one glory. One seed, one tree, one woman unbound, unbound. One seed, one tree, one woman unbound, unbound. One seed, one tree,